Hi, this is Shadi, and today our quest to find more about the grappling arts of the world will continue. Today it's gonna be Judo being put face to face with Korean Shiram or Korean folk style wrestling or Korean belt wrestling. You're gonna see it is heavily based on the belt or the satba in this case. This is going to be a little bit similar to Okinawan sumo, but the history is very much different. We're going to see cultural significance of this art, and of course we will try to compare it rules wise, technique wise with judo, and try to come up with a conclusion which is better for self-defense, because to me self-defense is a big priority. So without any further ado, the history of Shiram. The history of Shiram starts during the Goryeo period from 37 BCE up until the 668 AD. This is where the first evidence of it emerged. It was first used for warfare and a military art, like most martial arts, and then it started to become very popular amongst the masses for entertainment purposes and also just general practice. They would hold Shiram tournaments during the Dano festivals, which is a festival based on lunar activity, so it was held a few times a year, and the winner of this tournament would be given an ox, because an ox is very important for a society that's based on agriculture. Back then, you needed a lot of hand force or manual labor, so an ox would do the trick. So it was very valuable to have an ox. Even till this day, as you saw the young man, he was holding a statue of a golden ox, very reminiscent of what used to happen thousands of years ago. So like I said, cultural relevance and significance is very important. So history is very important to be taught and somewhat learn about it briefly in order to understand the art. So when it comes to the rules in judo, the ippon is everything. The match starts standing. They go through what is called grip fighting or kumikata in order to achieve a dominant grip, and then you proceed to throw someone on their back. An ippon is granted when an opponent is put on their hips, flat, and back and shoulders. If they fall on their side, it is a wazari. 2 wazaris would equal 1 ippon. The match is 4 minutes long. Anything and if no score was achieved or a tie, go through golden score. So if you fall, for example, on your torso, it is not an ippon. So any spinning, and she scored the ippon. Another way to achieve ippon is through shimewaza or a choke, gi, or naked, and when they tap out, it is instant ippon. Here you see the tap. When it comes to Shiram, it starts in the center, kneeling down, grabbing the belt. The belt goes around the waist and the right thigh. It is called the satba. Underhook, overhook, like many other arts. You have one around the wrist and one you grab it clearly, as you see here in front of you. And you have 3 judges, 1 in the center of the ring and 2 outside for any controversies, so they can decide. And as the match started, you have to put someone down. Anything from the knees and up is a full score, and you win the round. The match is 2 out of 3 rounds. So here you saw, for example, they fell down on their buttocks with an Uchimata Geishi, and here you see it is a win of the round. You have blue versus red. Now today's age, women are allowed to compete in Shiram. The first ever world championship was held back in 2009 in Lithuania, ironically, and then the next one was in Korea. So it is weird in my opinion, but here you see you put down and you get the instant win, very similar to judo with the nagewaza, but anything like sumo from the knees and up or other than the soles of the feet touches the ground, it is an instant hit. But different than sumo, there is 2 out of 3, like I said, and also there is if you push them outside of the mat, or the ring of mounted sand. It is not a score. You get put back in and then you restart the match. So putting them outside, like in Greek Pali or Sumo, it is not a score. So it is mainly the belt, like I said, and you have to put them down. It is very simple, but nonetheless, since there is you know, how do you say, resistance and grappling, and you get close contact, it is, you know, efficient to some extent. But I would say kumikata, grip fighting, trying to establish your grip, in my opinion, is far more effective, because that alone will take you years to master, while Korean Shiram starts from the neutral grip and you just start grappling. So I would say in judo, in that aspect, is far more efficient. And also in judo you have, you know, chokes, the pins, and the arm locks, which is very important to have in your arsenal. So let's compare techniques. Here, first one, you see an osoto otoshi or an osoto gari, takes someone down flat. Here you see a kosoto attempt followed by an osoto gari by this lady, puts her flat on her back. Osoto gari is the first technique you will learn and the last technique you will master. And this is I would say why, you know, I would say it's not a white belt technique. In my opinion, the first technique you should learn is ogoshi, as Shintaro Higashi said. It is a very highly effective technique, the osoto gari. You can find it in MMA, sambo, jiu-jitsu, shiram, Korean, Okinawan sumo, and also just Japanese sumo. So it is very effective. You take them, you put all their weight on one leg, and then you take it from underneath them. Gi, no gi, belt around the back, etc. So many grips for osoto gari. And here another technique is the front uchimata, or also called yagura nage. Here we see the Mongolian davadorsh from the belt grip, very similar to shiram, grabbing it, lifting up, and then putting them flat on their back for ippon. So you also see it in sumo and also see it in shiram. Here you see an Uchimata Geishi being reversed, or an Uchimata being reversed, which is called Uchimata Geishi. Here you see like kakenage also being found. So all these that are based around the belt, like Okinawan sumo, and here just mainland sumo, they have the kakenage or the Uchimata in judo. Here you see the Uchimata being done from the sleeve and the lapel. Hence why I would prefer something like judo, because you have this versatility in grips around the back, on the shoulder, sleeve and lapel, the belt, etc. And you have to learn how to establish your grip in order to, you know, really get it. So that alone, like I said, will add a lot of skill to your arsenal. So here you see Uchimata Geishi, which is a reversal of Uchimata. Someone's trying to do like a kakenage or Uchimata, and then you reverse it on them and you fall over them, and hence you are declared the winner. So very similar to my shiram. Keep confusing the two, Okinawan sumo and here the sumo, and here you see in shiram the techniques are almost the same, because in, you know, belt wrestling you are very limited to yagura nage, uchimata, ochigari, osotogari, and hip tosses. So you know, it's no wonder that you see them found all over the world in grappling style. So this is mainly it. If you have anything else to add, let me know down below. Also consider supporting me on Patreon. I have exclusive content for the patrons only, and you get an upload once a week, like I said, exclusive to the patrons only. And also don't forget to check out Josh Simon's shop for historical t-shirts and historical articles on everything that has to do with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you have anything else to add, let me know down below. This was Shadi, and thank you for listening.